It's an honor to make your acquaintance, miss. We were briefed on the current conditions in Alien.
I share my partner's thoughts. The intercept of your transmission created a significant degree of turbulence in our information collections, and we've been tasked to aid you in your efforts to dispense with prismatic Imperium interference into Cubio. First efforts in Cubio.
Much appreciated. As you might understand, I'm not entirely sure who and how such an effort was successfully undertaken, with our own technical faculties being leveraged in the extreme to conduct our own operation, and whoever that woman was, be she the Coral Nain about whom I've been briefed or another shadow, she and whomever she happens to represent are clearly a danger.
How'd you manage to make it aboard this thing?
I piloted right in, using your credentials with the tower crew.
Why would you use mine? Did you at least wipe the manifest?
I'm sure it'll be fine. They'll probably think it was a mix-up between the transmissions and flight tower ship registry staff. How do you think we managed in Kelame for so long?
I stowed away on Talionis's cargo rack behind some limpets, after giving a maintenance worker a couple bottles of Burnham bile distillate to keep it his secret.
Can he keep his mouth shut?
I gave him a mixed drink recipe that'll leave him feeling lucky his eyes haven't melted out of his head. He'll know what's worth keeping down. Jorah's getting a little closer to where we need her to be.
She's been chewing the fat and puzzling through the reports. She still thinks you're me, but she's above board swabbing the poop deck after submitting her recent report. She accurately assessed that our intel about me being a Cubio first pilot was likely to have been a prismatic Imperium intercept, to try to head off any possible support for Cubio first.
I was really hoping we could run with that through the next few tasks.
I told you it was a bad idea. Alice is briefing them right now about your Golden Gate operations in the Pleiades. I've been keeping track of their operations, and they're going to need to make a materials run and collect some of those Guardian materials.
Got it. So to recap, NAS agents in Alioth have confirmed the possible penetration of NAS operations by outside operatives claiming to be me. Your current task is to position yourselves in such a way as to collect as much information as possible on those particular operations. If possible, positive confirmation that Coral Nain was conducting operations in Golden Gate and, subsequently, the Pleiades region in the timeframe of the Jupiter Corporation rebellion under my own name and credentials would be as close to a total operational success condition, but I don't have any expectation that it would be an easy task to accomplish. A trip to the Pleiades might be required and, while that might be a little out of the way, I've been informed by sources in Sirius that there happen to be a strong contingent in the region where you can conduct NAS operations in tandem with your operations for Sirius Corporation. If you have any further questions, I will be available at relatively short notice. Good luck.
I sent you some credits to cover the jump and tritium deposit.
I received them. I'll need to communicate with the series representatives in the Pleiades about a possible carrier transit to the region. They seem a little hostile to our aims.
They're soft, squishy corporate suits playing at domination without the fortitude required to do what must be done to ensure peace.
I concur. I'll contact the office shortly to provide a rough outline of our findings and current conditions.